What's your point? In Montpellier, there's nothing.
Okay, Columbus. Hello, hello.
I gotta go now. Bye-bye.
Hello. Okay, thank you. Oh my God, what a lovely producer I have. Welcome everyone. I'm exhausted. I'm so exhausted. Look, I got a zit in my head. Can you see that? Can you imagine a 69-year-old man getting a zit? Can you imagine that? Anyway, welcome. Hold on a second. Welcome everyone. Can you hear me? Is there an echo going on? The mic? I just turned the mic on. Let me turn this here, turn that here, turn this here. What happened here? What happened here? This. Don't go anywhere, everybody. I'm going to turn it on. I am destroyed. I got like no sleep last night. And then I was racing across the continent. You guys were able to listen to Lewis Schaffer live. What did you think? I was speaking to Mike. It's always hard when I meet somebody for the first time. It's always hard. Hold on one second. Don't go anywhere. I got to turn this thing off. I got to turn it off. Ooh, look at them. I've got to turn it off. That's turned off. Everybody, welcome to the stream. It's Friday. Oh my God, it's Friday. Six Badges is here. Fresh Coconuts is here. Air is here. Janice is here. Six Badges, I said again. Alex, Streaky Bacon. Beautiful Joodles is here. Put the lights on. Do we need the light? Is this good enough? Can you see me now, Joodles? Chartel, beautiful Chartel is here. MC Scott. Oh, it's going to be a busy night tonight. It's Friday night. I'm sorry. Maybe this is a better time to do it. We'll have to see. Janet is here. Beautiful Janet is here. John Van Dam is here. Julian is here. Thank you for coming. Is here. Is here. Janet is here. I think you're here. Anyway, welcome to Lewis Schaffer Uncooked. I was filming a movie today. I can tell you all about it. I'm a huge international TV star and talking to girls, kind of. I mean, they weren't talking to me, but I was talking to them. Pretty girls, but you know what's interesting about being 69 years old? You're 69 years old. It's not that good. It's not that good to be 69 years old. Janice says it's one of the best times for a stream. We're not doing late streams if we're not doing late streams anymore. Yeah, maybe it's right. It's later. It's later, but there's lots of people who are up at 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the afternoon who want this. Anyway, I was on. How many of you raise your hand if you saw the Mike Graham show with Lewis Schaffer, and whether I seemed intelligent or not, whether I seemed likable or not? A few people thought that I wasn't likable. I don't know if they did. They thought, I don't know if they were criticizing me or somebody else. Maybe they were just criticizing me. Have you been watching this? Okay, it was a good joke. One joke. Say hello to Texaco restroom for us. Yeah, well, that was my little joke. He was talking about David Beckham, who I feel for any bad child, because every bad child has bad parents, and I feel bad for the bad parents who were bad to their kids, and they don't want to admit that they were bad. They were bad parents, and that the fact is that they've got a bad kid. It's horrible to have a bad kid. It's like you have a kid because you think it's going to be amazing, and they turn out horrible, and it's your fault. That's the worst thing. Streaky Bacon, nice shirt. This is an Abercrombie and Fitch shirt. It's quite expensive, and it's actually made for a strong man. Not that I feel strong today. I was filming today, and I ate horrible food. Horrible food. But I mean, I like Mike Graham. I think he's a really good guy. He's fat, but he's a good guy, and he knows he's fat, and he's trying to lose some weight, which is, I give people credit for saying I'm fat and letting me call them fat and losing some weight, and he still has a girlfriend. You can have a girlfriend and be fat. A lot of girls don't. Carrie B is here. A lot of girls don't want you to lose any weight. You didn't see it. Well, we'll see it afterwards. A lot of girls, they don't mind you being fat because they want you to be fat because they don't want to lose you to another girl. Like the way Lewis Schaffer looks so amazing, and there's always a risk that someone's going to fall in love with Lewis Schaffer. I really loved how hard they all laughed at it, Seller, because our Lewis was definitely feeling a bit inferior before that. Maybe inferior is the wrong word, but you know what I mean. No, I just felt there was too much talking over Lewis Schaffer. There was too much talking, and it's like with this show. This show, there's not much talking over me, but I mean, it's up to the host to make sure that everyone. You say stop. Let Lewis finish his thought. Okay, what do you have to say about that, Ingrid? What do you have to say about that, Will? I mean, other than that, he's lovely. Number one, number two, Ingrid. I really liked Ingrid too. I liked Ingrid. I watched the show with Mike. I watched the show with Mike Gray, and Mike used to have a side parting, and he has his hair combed back now. He looked better with the side parting. How is that to do with me? To do with me, Fresh Coconut. I don't care about his side parting. Or you can talk about my side parting and my hair. I got junk on my hair because I was filming today. I can't say where I was filming. They don't like when you talk about what you think that they want the promotion, but they don't want the promotion. But it's a big, amazingly big, not amazingly big studio production, and the directors were women. They were women, and it was really well done. I hope that's not misogynistic that I said that, but it was one of the best shooting experiences I've ever had. I thought they were all too serious, Joodles. Lewis tried to stick to comedy. Yeah. I mean, I tried to stick to comedy, and sometimes I get off base. I don't know that Will is a comedian. I mean, you could be really funny. You don't need to be designated as a comedian to be really funny. But I thought he was pretty funny, but he was also very, very serious. And I thought Ingrid too was. I guess it was. Do you think, Seller, the fact his topics were the king and the BBC scared the F out of me? I mean, what could I do? If he wants me to talk about that, I'll talk about that. He's got a thing about the BBC. And we all have a thing about the BBC. How could you not have a thing about the BBC? But I haven't been on the TV enough. Who was the director? Sofia Coppola. No, I can't say who it was. It wasn't her. It wasn't her. Okay, I had no idea you were in The Crown. 6 episodes, 6 years worth. I haven't seen it. Maybe I should watch it now. I like The Crown, and I like the production of The Crown. I like the people in The Crown. It was really good. I really enjoyed it, and it's like The Crown is just a bit of gossip about somebody we know. Everybody knows all of the incidences, and it's like, let's act out the incidences of the Seller said Lewis only one who got laughs, Joodles. Yeah, well, you know what? If you do stand-up comedy, after a while you're gonna know what's funny and what's not so funny. It's a training. It's a training thing. I hope I haven't forgotten all the stuff. Fancy a pint at Peckham Spoons tomorrow. Yes, we can all meet at Peckham Spoons. I'll meet you, Janice. I'll meet you at Peckham Spoons. What's a good time for you? It's Saturday. Do I have anything planned? I don't think I have anything planned. So any time before, say, 3 o'clock. No, it's Saturday. Oh, my, it's Saturday. I don't know. Maybe anytime. I know. Maybe between 7 and 9. Lewis, I didn't see it. Okay, sorry, Carrie B. That's fine. You can watch it in the future. The easiest way to... You know what, I always talk about, like, people losing weight, and that makes them attractive in my eyes. But I think even more attractive. I think we can learn a little lesson here. Even more attractive is being interested in Lewis Schaffer. That's what I find the most attractive. Is any woman that's interested in me, I'm going to be interested in her. That's just the way it is. That is just the way it is. Was you upstairs or downstairs? In what? In the Crown? I was definitely not a servant. I wore suits. I went to sporting. I went to the races with Princess Diana. I was an interviewer for CBS on Face the Nation of Prince Philip. I said goodbye to the boat as it was leaving the dock, for the last cruise of Prince of the Queen. It's not an Armley shirt. This is Julian. Good to see you, Julian. It's not an Armley shirt. It's a whatchamacallit shirt. It's an Abercrombie and Fitch shirt. I was very proud of you for not calling Mike fat, Lewis. It was teed up for you, but you didn't take the obvious line. Well done. Well, it could have gone either way. It may have been incredibly funny, whatever, and it could have been an educating moment for all of us, so we could all learn about not to be fat. I'm like obsessed with it, and I don't want to be like, I don't want to say anything to him. I want to say anything to everybody. Fresh Coconut says, my favorite female director was the lady who made Wayne's World, as she proved that women can be funny. Okay, who was the director? What's the director's name? Do you want to? I'll check myself. What's the director's name? Wayne's World director, woman. Okay, her name is Penelope Spheris. Is an American filmmaker. She's 12 years older than I am. Her best works, Decline of Western Civilization, Dudes, the Beverly Hillbillies film, Greek Immigrant Father, owned the Magic Empire Shows Carnival. I've never heard of her. Really, I never heard of her. She's got a relative, Spheris. Gravis. Costa Gravis is a cousin. You know Costa Gravis is. He directed a really great film, Costa Gravis. I think it's an award-winning film. Okay, nice to know. We all already know, though. Okay. Well, I didn't know, so I had to look it up. The truth is, it was a bit chaotic. It was a bit chaotic, I mean, I work best when people are not screaming at each other. Okay. You needed the Wayne World director to prove that women can be funny fresh. Seriously. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, what's his name says this? Women can be funny, yeah, women, but men aren't listening. So that's the problem. I would say that is basically the problem. Okay, now so we've decided on a scale of 1 to 10, how well did Lewis Schaffer do on this stream? How well did I do? Did I do a 5, which is like average? Did I do a 2, which is like, oh my God, that's horrible? Did I do a 10 that was like home run out of the park? No, I did not do a 10, a home run out of the park. I mean, what I could have done is I could have been a bit quieter and just sort of laid back and been more interesting. I did not steal anything from the set, and was lots of stuff on the set. Actually, there wasn't much on the set, but there could have been stuff on the set. A 3 out of 10. Joodles is going with a 6.5. You should check out Jessica Curson. Her crowd work is so funny. Okay. All right. So that's 3. You, Janice, says a 3. And Joodles says a 6.5. I'm absolutely loving the fact that anti-Trump commentators have suddenly discovered pride in our fallen. Trump derangement syndrome works for me. What do you mean? I don't know what to fall in. And they fall for it every time. Trump says 100. Then all the people would say 1. And suddenly it's okay, maybe 50. Yeah, he's an incredible negotiator, I guess. After listening to your wisdom on women for a few years, did you find Ingrid attractive? I did, actually. I did. She all you ask for in a woman, skinny, opinionated, etc. She's not everything that I ask for in a woman. She is not. I did find her attractive, and I liked it. She's very spirited. I mean, yes, I did find her attractive. Did it look like I found her attractive? Probably someone could help me find this stream you were in, Lewis, please. Not seen it yet. Okay, let's maybe put the copy up of what it is. I'll see if I can find a copy of the stream. Hold on a second. Is the sound coming up? Hold on. Let's just see what we got here. Lewis Schaffer. Plank of the week. What does that mean, plank of the week? There it is. Okay, I'll send it to you right now. Was it an embarrassment? That's the question, too. You know, what is an embarrassment? I'll tell you one thing about people. I'm not as picky as I used to be. Okay? That's what I have to say. I'm not as picky as I used to be. Okay, I'm gonna post it up right now. I'm gonna post it up. You have to keep in mind that I was supposed to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, or maybe even earlier, to get earlier than 4 o'clock to get to this studio. Here it is right here. Can you see this right here? To get to the studio. And and then I got a message about not. So I think I get in bed at 11. Next thing you know, it's now 9. It's now 10. It's now 11. I went 6.5 because you weren't yourself. You spent a lot more of the show reining yourself in because you weren't comfortable. That's not exactly true. It's not my show. It's not my show. But thank you, Joodles. Next time you will be loads more relaxed, so that's not necessarily a good thing. The fact is Will is talking, and Ingrid is talking, and Mike is talking, and all at the same time, and I'm suddenly got to shout over people? I mean, really, Lewis, what's your upper age limit, 70-ish? No, I mean, I'm not an ageist person anymore. I'm more concerned about my age, my lower age limit of how low I will go. I used to go to 18, possibility, or 19, 20, but I'm not gonna go there anymore. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not, no, plank equals plonker, you fool. Okay. So why doesn't he say plonker? Isn't the word plonker? I always thought it was plonker. Is that where the word comes from, Joodles? No, as Crescent is funny, and she is beautiful, and she's feminine. I'm obsessed with her, French coconut, and I am no Chris Hemsworth, so that makes it creepy to some. Yeah, it does. If if the girl's not doesn't find you attractive, it's creepy. And unfortunately, it's true. No, as Crescent, okay, says Chris Coconut. I be honest with you? I watched the trailer and people kept talking over you. And I had enough. Yes, they were talking over me. And the thing about comedy is a punchline, and you have to hear the punchline. The first part of every single sentence could be perceived as being horrible. Julian says between 5.9 and 6.6 pH is ideal. Okay. Vatanai is here. About 4 years ago, Mike Graham had guests doing a review of that year's big news. Someone said, "Oh, he's a bit of a plank." And Mike thought that Mike thought that might be the start of a regular show. Is that true? So instead of saying plonk, Vatanai, it was good to see you. Okay, so what's the range then? I can't see you with anyone that doesn't have their original hips. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, my range now is, I don't want to say, because there are young girls who listen to this show, and they're going to be disappointed if I say between 40, 45, and I mean, I was in love with Lynn Ruth Miller. Anybody remember Lynn Ruth Miller? And she was like 80. She was 80. She was like fabulous and 80. I was like, whatever. So I don't know. I don't know. Talipa, why are you on now? I'm on now because I was in a film studio, filming a movie of which, as you know, Lewis Schaffer is an international film star. Stage actor, TV personality. Last seen on GB News. That's what it is, Talipa. I was in a whatchamacallit. I was in a film, and we got done about 6:00, and it takes a while to get back. I'm not gonna tell you how I got back. I shouldn't even talk about it. I don't even know why, but it doesn't really matter to me. She's not married you. She was on FSN last week. Okay, so there's Lewis Schaffer. So after that, he did Plank of the Week on GB News most Fridays. Or I think it was on Sky. Wasn't it on Sky on Friday? It was on Sky. Not Sky. He was on Talk TV. A movie. It's not, maybe it's, I don't even know if it's a movie or a TV show. But they're putting a lot of money into it, so it could be a TV show. I mean, it was quite well done. Quite well done. And I was playing, I'm not going to say where I was. I can't give it away. Give it away. So anybody have a more accurate reading if you saw the show? So basically, we've got the average of 4.75. 4.75. Unless Julian is saying 5.9 to 6 point, and then it's about 5 something. When you mix three, oh God, how could I get that wrong? I was a big Mike Graham fan. Well, how come you're not a Mike Graham fan now? Hey, Talipa. The whole of the American fleet have gone dark in the Gulf. Oh, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. I mean, there was a guy on the set. He was a 75-year-old Iranian guy, and you really feel they're killing thousands of people in Iran. Are we going to let that happen? I think Dame Judi Dench is a beautiful lady. She's losing her eyesight and can no longer recognize faces. That's horrible. Well, why is that? Maybe she's got type 2 diabetes, which I hope I don't have. I mean, I might have after today. It's really hard to say no. To say no to the carbs on the film set. You still, if ever, you stop regular listening to talk. It's not good. I don't know why they fired him. I do know why they fired him. People are scared to death. They're scared to death. And Rupert Murdoch, who owns Talk, okay, I think he's concerned. And he should be concerned. She had to be told he likes. Judel says he had to be told he likes when Belfast came out. And that was at least 4 years ago, fresh. She had to be told he likes. What? Did you leave something? She had to be told her lines when Belfast, the film, came out. And that was 4 years ago. Yeah. Well, how old is she? How old is James Judi Dench? Right? How old is Judi Dench? Let's find out. Let's find out. It's not. Let's find out. Dame Judi Dench. Age. That's the number one question. Oh, no. Oh, no. Is she really that old? Oh, my God. I apologize. How old is she? Do you guys know how old she is? Do you know how old she is? She's 91 years old. That's old enough to lose your eyesight. Yeah. You, Janice. If she can no longer recognize faces, she'd be perfect for Lewis. Yes. Yeah. There's always the story about the blind girl in love with the guy, in love with the ugly guy. What is better about the thing on Curb Your Enthusiasm? You remember that? The USS Abraham Lincoln is the flagship. There are a dozen other ships in the fleet. Well, I mean, what do? Do you let them murder people on our team? People who are fighting against those people? I'm sorry, Joodles. It was an open goal. It was a good joke. It was very funny, you. I applaud that funny joke. We all know why they fired him, Lewis. Mike likes a drink, and the Russians never hacked his. Yes, okay, it was 2 lies. It was 1 lie. But I don't let people say what they want to say. You know what I mean? Number 1. And number 2, if you get caught saying something bad, it's really hard not to. Andrew said she's 91. She's 91, yeah. Is it if you get caught saying something you shouldn't say, you gotta own it, unfortunately. You gotta own it. You gotta say, you know what? So what? That's what you've got to say. So what? So what? I don't care what you got to say. You got to say, so what? Okay. What else can you do when you're caught in a bad situation? I found talk by accident 5 years ago. I was delivering cars and put on the radio on, and Julia HB, whatever her name is, Hartley Brewer, came on. Mike came on after. I thought it was a change from the usual BBC crap. I listened all day for years. Yeah, that was brilliant. I think that was brilliant. I think it was brilliant. Basically. You know. Bad people get fired. Look, Lewis Schaffer's been fired. That's just the way the world works. Big bangs coming soon from Abraham and company. Yeah, possibly. I mean, maybe it's enough to scare what needs to be done in Iran? Maybe Iran needs, what should be done, producer, in Iran? Bomb them. He's kidding. Are you kidding? You're not kidding. Are you kidding?
No.
Are you going to the shop?
Yeah.
At this hour? Are you sure you're feeling all right? What can you bring back? How about some oranges?
From that.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what they have.
Okay, let's see. She has a motherly vibe to her. Who is that? James Duty Gents, but it's not take out the rubbish now, but in the sense of I understand it's cold outside. I will make you a hot chocolate and tuck you in. Who are you talking about, Dame Judy? Or are you talking about Hartley Brewer? 6 Badges, speaking to Andrew, says, I think so. They can do clinical strikes, which will be important. Maybe it will be. Maybe America should allow a certain area of Iran to be taken over by Iranians, and push the Islamists into a corner, possibly. Okay, I've always thought Mike engineered it to go alone, probably in a savvy business decision, Celia says. Very similar to the way I've engineered this as a savvy business decisions. This live stream is no, you don't think so. The producers, it was a business decision. Maybe it was. Are you still talking about Judy Fresh? Who are you talking about? And he could have done it as a savvy business. I don't think so, but his new setup is really nice there. It's not as nice as this studio here. And he's burdened with multiple cameras and multiple lights. I got one light here. I got one light here, and I've got my light coming from my desk lamp. Lewis, did you see the news piece about the Black American guy who has asylum here? I did not see that. We're going to be giving asylum to English people. So you can see the news piece. I didn't see it. Should I see it here? Maybe send me the link. Don't send me the link. I'll look here. There it is. Here it is. Okay, the American asylum seeker living in Britain on benefits. This says expose. This is different. There's what's his name. A U.S. asylum seeker has been living in the UK for over a year with free accommodation and benefits, despite his claim being refused as clearly unfounded. Went from Las Vegas. He has a Nigerian type name, claiming persecution and sexual assault by U.S. law enforcement. He admits he'd happily return to visit. What makes matters even worse is the string of Home Office blunders. Okay, let me just get back on track. What's happening here? Hold on. I've got some. Can you read the article here? Can you see the article, everybody? The case shows the farcical chaos of the British asylum system, where a failed asylum seeker was housed and given benefits by a local council, only to be left stranded after a failed voluntary returns attempt. Camilla Tominey and Tim Stanley explained the 14-month saga that caused alarm at the highest level of government and revealed the full extent of Labour's failings. What do you make of this? Let's see what the people say about this. Darklands is here. Hello, Darklands. U.S. and Israel have nothing to do with Iran. Yes, well, we want, and Israel does, because Iran is basically paying for Hamas and Hezbollah, and they've been and we still are mad at them for capturing our embassy boys and girls. What's your favorite mustard? American, British, French, German, Dijon. They're all fit for purpose, at a certain purpose. It doesn't ever really like all those mustards. Okay, yes. I really can't be bothered to educate you, says Six Badges. Yes, is that Iran is a total enemy of Israel, including paying billions or millions or whatever it is, a year to support the enemies of Israel who are sending rockets and bombers. And basically, Gaza and the whole Gaza terrorist thing is trained by Iran. So they have, whether we do or not, well, we still haven't been paid for what they did to us. Now, boys, it's Friday night. Play nice. Yeah, okay, I'll play nice. Did you hear that no further charges will be made against Lucy Connolly and the current charges will be under review? This is a nice way of saying we caught the wrong girl. No, it's not a nice way of saying we caught the wrong girl. It's their way of saying this is too much trouble than it's worth, because they have, they still would like to win an election, and they know that they're on a losing course. Lucy Letby, not Connolly. What about Lucy? What about Lucy Van Pelt? I cannot help your utter lack of intelligence, Six Badges. This is what Streaky Bacon says. Iran is an enemy of the West. We are the West. Okay? Basically, we are the West, and they're falling. And what Nietzsche said, what is falling? One must push. Okay? You are. There's no cure for yours. That's not stupidity. That's not stupidity. But we do have to be. But Six Badges, I agree with you. If you're going to criticize somebody's grammar, you got to make sure it's your. Where did you say your? Did you hear? What is that? Nice way of saying. Who said yes? Thank you, Joodles. In defense of the Jewish vegan bacon, you can't edit comments on here. Are we fighting amongst ourselves? Just check your spelling before you hit send, says Six Badges. He's right. You gotta check your whole thing. What did I ask about this? Am I here on benefits? I mean, I'm getting no more money than the average British person who worked here for all these years. Is it right? Probably not right. I don't know. Yeah, listen, boys, let's be nice to each other, and then they're all good. I'm not taking sides. At least I don't think I'm taking sides. Am I taking sides with you guys? I don't think I am. I don't know what we're fighting over. Are we fighting over whether Israel should mess with Iran? Of course they should, if they're going to win. And Lucy, what about our Lucy Harmon? You know, I've got two Lucys here. I mean, what do you guys think? I admit it. Who saw the headline about the failed American asylum seeker and assumed it was an article about Lewis? Yeah, it is about Lewis. Lewis is a failed everything. Everything is not working. I mean, this stream, I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it. I expected thousands, if not millions, of people to watch it. You know, but maybe, like someone said, I'm a better guest than a host. Am I a good host? I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I'm a good host. Whoa, Scott. Everyone's entitled to an opinion without sides having to be taken. What are you saying there? I don't know what he means by this. Vatanai comes in there and says, for the first time we had an immigrant awaiting assessment come to the doctors. He had a minder with him. We had to get a translator who spoke Kurdish. The lad, 17, had been fighting. Yeah, well, that's what they do. And they come to this country and we're not prepared for their fighting. And maybe it's good. Maybe it's making English people stronger that they've had to fight. You know, but that was true when people came from the Caribbean or Africa into this country 25 years ago. When I came to this country in 1993, I saw that happening. I saw very tough Jamaican types basically attacking the a policeman verbally. You know, like the policeman asked him to do something in a nice way. It was so British. And the guy says, fuck off, policeman. You know, so because it's like what happens when people go to another country. They think they can get away with murder, at least initially. And then the second generation are calmed down a bit. And the third generation are just like us. Because people are people. But that's not good for the country, I don't think. It could be good. It could be good. My internet's playing up, so Andrew Rubin says. Okay, don't let it play up. I'm not convinced racism is a thing, Scott. I believe when you're with a human race, but happy to hear your view on it. Isn't that what I say? I don't think nobody hates people of another ethnic group. But at the same time, people do like people who are like us because they see us like as our children. They see us, our qualities in them. We have treated immigrants from hotels in Taunton and Bridgewater before, but not down here. Where are you down? Where are you? Are you down towards Yeovil? Where are you down? Well, Vatanai is here. Well, Ruben, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Here is the point. The point is, what is the point? We're talking about me and the stream, and we're talking about Mike Graham, which I liked a lot, and I hope you all listen to the thing. In Yeovil, that's what I meant. I meant Yeovil. Did I say Yeovil? I think. What is that? That's not Cornwall. That's South Devon, or is it South Dorset? I always forget which one is here, and here. Which one has a north coast, and which one has just a south coast? Lilith, no. Well, I get illegal immigrants out, and get criminals out of the country, basically. Julian, since Windrush, early 1950s, the rot set in. There's been a major change. There's been a major change. Yes, you said Yeovil, Somerset. Okay, so that's not Somerset. Does Somerset have a top thing up there? Let's look at the map. Let's look at the map for Somerset. Let's look for a map of Somerset. Yeah, so Somerset has a north coast. Can you see this, everybody? Somerset, and then below Somerset, where Exeter is, right, is Dorset. No, Dorset isn't that way. Dorset is also just in the south coast there. And let's look what Devon. We're looking at Devon. You're paying attention to this. We're learning something. That Devon is quite a big borough. It's quite a thing. It's the north and the south. North and the south. And then what about Cornwall? Here's Cornwall. Yeah, there you go, right there. Somerset, Dorset, Devon, Cornwall. And let's see where Barnstable is. Barnstable, there's Barnstable right there. Yeah, it's there. It's up in the north. I took the train. A couple of times from Great Torrington. I think, where did the train run from? Did it run from Tiverton? Or did it run from Exeter up to Barnstable? Really nice train. Okay, we're right there. Okay. We are all old enough and wise enough to agree to disagree. We don't have to agree with Lewis Schaffer. Be nice if you did. Maybe you should. I hope so too. I cannot bear confrontation and fighting. I can bear it. And we need fighting. We need to argue with each other and then still be friends. We will still be friends. We won't be friends if you hate somebody for having a different opinion. And we won't be friends if you hate somebody for hating somebody. If you hate somebody because they're arguing. People can argue. I lived near Barnstable for many years working with 22 SAR. What is a 22 SAR? Exeter to Barnstable. Yeah, that's the train up there. It's lovely. And Barnstable was a lovely town, if I remember correctly. You can't be sure anymore. You cannot be sure. Basically, but we can fight. We can fight, and Joodles, if you don't like the fighting, you could take a little break, but come back. I try to keep things peaceable. Do I? I don't like when other people fight and I'm not fighting. you know. And I don't even like when you fight to agree with me. You know, you don't need to fight to agree to me. What does the 22 SAR mean, Vatanai? What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? What are we doing here? I'm like lost here. Okay. Royal Marines Base Chivanor was home to the SA-UP Signal Search and Rescue. Okay, that's a really honorable thing, too. My ancestors settled in Cornwall. My last name is Beanie. There is a hamlet of Beanie and some rocks in Tintingal called Beanie Sisters. Yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, you want to hold on to the past as much as you can. But the truth is that the past is really hard to hold on to. And a lot of people don't care about our past or your past or anything like that. Trump said NATO didn't help in Afghanistan. What do you think? He's an old man, but he's right a lot of the times and he makes mistakes. He makes mistakes. But, I mean, America, let's be honest, you did help and you did get killed. And the UK sent a lot of people in. But the other countries didn't send as many people in. And Afghanistan was like a mistake. It was a huge mistake. And maybe this will be a huge mistake, too. Maybe this will be the last thing that America does as an empire. You always have to be afraid of that. But are you going to let 100,000 people be murdered by the state? Maybe we should. That's the way history has been. Is it wrong that Lewis's streams I enjoy the most are the ones where he shouts? A lot of people, yeah, because you want to see some passion. I like it when you guys get excited. When you're sitting there typing and you're screaming at each other. What are you going to kick off about, Lilith? That is wonderful to have a family links over a beautiful place. Such history in Cornwall, especially in the tin mines. Well, the tin mines haven't been there forever, or maybe they were. Were the tin mines there forever? Things change, but you don't want to force the change. They're going to change naturally, but like what happened in this country is they've hated the natural Cornish people. They've hated the English people, and they say, we're going to bring in millions of foreigners who hate this country. I love this country, so I'm in favor of keeping it the way it is. I mean, except maybe opening more restaurants, which you've done, but maybe you need millions of people in the country to open up more restaurants. Vatanai said. Okay, it seems clear 9 p.m. on Friday is when people are at their most easily riled cellar. It could be that. It could be like a time. I'm not at my best right now, so maybe this is not the best time for me to do it because I was across, you know, I've spent 4 hours traveling, maybe 5, and I've also been waking up. I haven't slept, and so maybe. So Vatanai says he was born in Weston. It was good once, now it's a shithole. So is Barnstable and Ilfracombe. Yeah, Torquay is filling up with overseas visitors. Yeah, and who voted on that? You should decide yourself. They've decided what's best for you, but that's why people hate labor, because they think they're better than we are. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's sad. It's tragic. Mining in Cornwall, cannot really recall what day that was. That was now. Well, what day is it? It's been like 300-400 years, or has it been 1,000 years were the Romans mining the tin? This was such a great stream tonight. But is the stream over? It's almost over. I just wish Josh Howie was here to see it. Nothing wrong with a rambunctious conversation. I agree with you. I don't, we need to get excited about something. Lilith is against the gov. Yeah, the government is I mean, it's so deep. It's all those Tories who think that they have a chance in the future. It's all it's all the labor people who think they've got a chance. It's the people who supporting the Green Party who think, and maybe there are enough people the Green Party. I don't know. It's nothing to do with you, Lewis. I'm guessing it's a mixture of end of the week and a bit of alcohol. Yes, I agree with you. I don't like alcohol. I like you to be, or maybe, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Yeah. So you're asking a cuddle from Reuben. Doodles. What are we asking Lewis for a cuddle? How about asking me? The power that can't have the finger pointed at them. The blumming bluff. You can't point your finger at them and say, we don't want this to happen. And this is supposed to be a democratically elected country where the people have a say, as good as America. But you let in people. It's like in America with, like, what's his name? He let in all those immigrants, and now he's kicking them out. And it's like, oh, we can't kick them out. Well, you should kick them out. They shouldn't have been let in the first place. My gran has lawyers trying to get dirt on labor. Yes, go for it. Go for it. What dirt do you need? It's all there. There's no dirt. They don't care about us. Now I'm getting excited. I'm laughing at how Joodles is in the middle of a Larry chaos, just doing her thing. Yes, she just does her thing. Lewis, you don't give a fig about Brooklyn Beckham. Who is your real plank of the week? I don't think he was a plank. I blame the parents. I blame Brooklyn Bear, and I don't even blame the parents. I think there's no one single plank of the week. We are so deep in this anti-state, anti-British theocracy of the Labour and the Conservative Party. So I can't even blame one person who's bad. I blame major institutions like the King, like the NHS. Okay, I despise fight. You don't despise fighting. You can only despise a human being. You hate fighting. You hate fighting. I have a visceral reaction to it. A lot of people do. A lot of people do. I know lots of girls who like when there's fighting because they remember it from when they were like a child and they just shudder. They go, oh God, I don't like that at all. Thank you for being so level-headed all these streams. Thank you for keeping our Lewis in check, Joodle, says MC Scott. Yeah. Surely it was the BBC seller. What are you saying that to? I said I don't like the BBC. I don't like the BBC, but I didn't like the BBC forever and ever. You know? Trump was not referring to British troops. He was talking about the lesser contributors with NATO. He only referred to NATO troops. Okay, which is not British troops. Well, if you see the list of the people who died, there were quite a huge number of British troops that died. So I think Donald Trump is similar to me. He says things that are a bit loose and louche. And he doesn't really mean it that way, you know, but he's a bit too proud to go, okay, I didn't mean it that way. Kemi is a predator in a long shirt. Clueless. What's a long shirt, Julian? Been having PMQ lessons from David Cameron. We don't know if he did that with a pig. We don't know that. And pigs can be very attractive. They can be very attractive. I'm not a Kemi fan. I like her, but I don't like her. She should not be the leader of the Conservative Party. If the Conservative Party wants to get ahead, we need somebody who's strong, going to fight. We need someone who's going to say the country is broken. Starmer is effed when the rent. Yeah, possibly that's true. But I don't care if he has rent boys either. You know, that's not the problem. The problem is he's not fighting for England and you people. Deliverats, brown and smelly, gather outside the fast. Okay. Did you not think Kemi has done a good job at PMQs, Julian? I mean, we need someone to say who's going to fight for this country. She's pretending to be British. She is British. But we need an English ruler. Generic for me, Rudels. Rumbled. says Sellair. We're burying the rent boy. Yeah, they're burying the rent boys. So everybody's done things like that. Lewis Schaffer, you're going to find out how gay I am. Are you going to hate me if you find out that I've had rent boys, that I'm banging all these, my son's not here, so he's not listening to this, that I'm doing all these guys right and left? Are you going to hate me for that? It's irrelevant to the story. Starmer does not love the English people. He does not love the Welsh people. He might love the Scottish people a bit more, but he doesn't love them enough. We need someone who's going to fight for you guys. Maltese Phil is here. My chum lives in Newark, and Jenrick is her MP. I visited Newark the first time I came to this country. It was like great. What did not look like the Newark that I knew. He's an absolute waste of space, according to her. According to her seller, says Joodles. Well, Joodles judges people based on how good their MP is for local stuff. Isn't that true, Joodles? You're doing rent boys now? Yes, I am. Well, I'm not doing them because I don't have the money. But maybe I would. Maybe I would do that. Maybe I'm gay too. You know what I mean? And just because you're a politician, does that mean you can't be gay? You know, fight people on the main issue when that's the issue that you have with them. Starmer doesn't love England. I mean, maybe it's wrong for me to say because I'm not English. No, far too late and definitely not conservative. Julian says to Joodles. Yeah, it's far too late. He's not what's needed. We need someone who's going to fight for England and not want to make the Reform Party a middle party. There is no middle. Nobody wants middle anymore. Sandeep is here. He's my man. What's the new gig? Did you see that? You got to see it. You got to see it and tell me what you think, Sandeep. Sandeep is an old friend of mine. He's an old friend of mine. What's the offspring of Windrush? Perhaps the offspring, Tricky Bacon says, perhaps the offspring of Windrush will fight for the country. They're as British as you as I. Yes, they will. Well, we had my friend here. I got black friends, and they don't like the way the country's going. And a lot of those black friends are Christian. Everybody say hello to Sandeep. He's a good friend of mine. And I'm really happy that you come in and say hello. At least 17.5% gay. At least, yeah, maybe more. Maybe sometimes. Maybe if I'm drinking. Maybe if I'm lonely. Who knows? Yes, that's true, Lewis. How else do you judge an MP other than the job they are elected to do? Because that's the problem with Britain. They have to do two jobs. They have to fight for the localness, Joodles, and they have to fight for the prime minister and for the yeah. Yes, that's true, Lou. Yes. Welcome, Andrew Rubin says hello. Starmer's doing the job he was brought in for very well. Yes, he's fighting whether he doesn't care whether he gets reelected or not, Shrieky Bacon. He's fighting for the globalists. And we're not globalists. At least I'm not. I don't know. Maybe I should be more moderate, but I'm not a globalist. I mean, there's good things in globalism, but there's also a lot of bad things. Lilith says rent boys are cute. They can be very cute. They take care of themselves. They bathe. They've got muscles. They're not fat. Yes, you're right, Lilith. And Six Badges, who's in France, says hello to Sandeep. Everybody say hello to Sandeep. Okay, Julian, but Kemi's only job now is to hold Queer's feet to the fire. I think she's doing well on that. She regularly crucifies him at the dispatch box. I haven't seen it. I should see it. What has she said? Has she said to him, you're not fighting for white English people? You're not fighting for the Windrush, black English people. You're not fighting for English people. You're not fighting for the Angles, the Saxons, the Jutes. You're not fighting for the Scots, the Picts, the Cornish, the Celts, the Devonians, the Irish, the Northern Irish. Is she saying that? Is she saying that? There's a very funny YouTube channel called Turd Towns, Yellville, when the Turd Town of Somerset, Boscombe, won the Somerset one, Torquay in Devon. It's very funny. What is a turd town? Is that where they find poo on the street or something? According to Lilith, 6 badges, everyone is cute. Well, remember, she spends her day with horses, so maybe when she sees a human man, or any kind of human, she might be attracted to them. It's like me. I'm here all day. I'm so lonely. I'm so lonely. Girl from Mars. They are all puppets, for F's sake. Girl from Mars. I don't think they're all puppets. I disagree with that. I think Keir Starmer actually is a communist in his own brain. He's not saying, oh, you want me to be a communist? I'll be a communist. No, he actually believes in globalism. He believes in mass immigration. He believes in it. And I don't like it when you say that he's being a phony or he's bored or whatever. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy who cares about money that much. But maybe he does, but he actually believes it. What do you guys think? Do you think he's bought? I don't think he is. Make a case for that girl from Mars. Is that what you mean by puppets? Well, who's the puppet master? Who's puppeting Tony Blair? He believes it too. Who's puppeting Gordon Brown? He believes in it. Sandhip, which is ironically is what the women in the upper range of Lewis's bracket all suffer from. Sandhip. Yeah. I mean, I'm admitting it. I like older women. What happens if you caught me with an older woman? Are you going to hate me? Because maybe if you caught me with 2 older women, what happens if I had 6 older women wearing mustache man German uniforms and we're all having sex together and I couldn't get an erection? What if that happened? Are you going to hate me? No, you should hate me for my ideas and what I actually do, not in the privacy of my own home. Yes, Lewis, he is a bit of a louche occasionally. I will forgive him. I knew what he meant. Who are you talking about? Who's a louche? Who is a louche? Keir Starmer. The councillor said I grew up in Wales, got to number 1 streaky bacon. And what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Reminder to all, live chat. Yeah, sorry. I've been on Top Chat. I've been on Top. Anybody has not gotten, did you find anything interesting? Producer.
Huh?
Did you find anything interesting?
There are small oranges.
Oh, good. Okay.
I want it now or later.
Can I have one now? No, don't give it to me now. Don't give it to me now. Kemi doesn't need to rant at him, Lewis. She just dismantles every single word he says, and they'll put somebody else in his place who is equally SHI as he is. Every single one of them is equally bad. What do you think? I can't even remember their names. They're all the same. Do you think they're going to stop being a socialist because they're a new guy in there? No. Okay. She's not in charge, so all she has to do is show him up as a liar. And they'll replace him, and they'll think, oh, things are better than that. It's not that they are liars, but they don't love you, and that's why you should hate somebody. You don't hate a man because he's lying to you about something. You hate a man because he doesn't love you. There was a time, Lewis, where you couldn't be a politician if you were gay. Yes, I saw the television thing. And I don't think if you're gay, you shouldn't be a politician. I think we need to have children out there. I mean, you can maybe have a gay affair or something as long as you keep your wife happy. Women need to be made happy, like Joodles. If she were happier, she wouldn't be questioning me. Okay, when I was in Cardiff, according to Vutton, I spent loads of time going up and down the valleys. Friends from Rhondda gave me a tour. It was less turdish in the 1980s. Yeah, they were happy to have a house. There was a time, Lewis, when you could, right, says Andrew. What are you talking about? Viagra, Lewis. What are you talking about? Viagra. Oh, because I mentioned I couldn't get it up. I don't have that problem. I have other sexual problems. I don't have that problem. You work with horses. That's why you like men. That's why you like men. You like big, strong men. Women who like big, strong men like big, strong horses. What is this? Oh, is this for me? Oh, look what my son got for me. He's so lovely. Thank you very much, son. Thank you. Can I just tell you something? I love my two boys. I love them so much. Lewis, you conjure up such odd images. Interesting. Stormer, says MC Scott. Stormer, says Streaky Biggs, another stinking Fabian. Fabians are communists who wants the destruction of Britain to enforce radical political change from the chaos. Well, that seems like what he's doing. What does it matter if he's had rent boys or whatever, isn't having sex with his wife enough, or whatever the story is? Or he's lying. He wants to bring down this country. Am I being traitorous by saying that? I mean, that's what it seems like to me. Maybe I'm wrong. I wouldn't listen to me, but I would go with your own feeling. What is your feeling about Starmer? Starmer isn't right. If you had 6 older women, I just think you were starting. No, I'm not even going to read that, you Janice. You Janice. It doesn't sound nice. Vot and I was there 20 years from baby, a long time ago. I went. Yeah, I mean, I remember I was there in 2000. It was seemed like a different place. Celia says, Lewis, today the Met Police have banned UKIP's planning march in Whitechapel. Same situation as banning Israel fans in Aston Villa. Violent locals. I mean, yeah, why would they be marching there? That's a good question. If you're going to march, you should march in the Houses of Parliament to tell the parliamentarians. You shouldn't march. I'm not sure I support that. Who supports that, Cellaire? I don't like that. I like sex, says Lilith. Okay. Well, there you go. And I like that you say that. I don't think, are you really a girl? Because most girls would not say something like that. Sandeep says, the positive thing of doing Mike Graham's show is that you are not bound by Ofcom, like in his last show on GB News. Like in the last show on GB News, not having a presenter apologizing must be refreshing. It actually helps the show. It gives me a chance to get out of things that I've said that maybe I regret saying. And I do sometimes regret saying, Sandeep. And it also slows down. It makes people say, what exactly are you saying? You've just said that COVID is not a real thing. What do you really mean by that? Because I don't think you should have said that. Or whatever, something like that. I think apologizing can be good, Sandeep, but it was refreshing. It was nice. Mike Graham, I think, enjoyed that we were talking over each other, right? Yep, Lilith is a girl. Check out the link in Discord. Okay, thank you, Lilith. Well, if you're a girl, that's amazing. I like girls who talk openly and freely. So there you go. Lewis loves you, Lilith. And someday we'll be together. Thank you, 6 Badges, for the information. Airlines have canceled all flights to Iran. The Russians are evacuating, and the U.S. prepare for war. It says it on 2C TV. I love that guy, 2C, and I feel the pain because he's sitting there going, go Iran. He's an Iranian. His father's living there, and he thinks he's going to win. And then all of a sudden, Iran, if you forgot that all the Iranians have guns. And the revolutionaries, the rebellion, does not have guns. Streaky Bacon, I like 2C. Don't you like 2C? My ex had a Belgian warm blood. She was a really good show jumper. Is that a type of a horse? A Belgian warm blood. It sounds like so expensive. Or it sounds like a beer. One of those 9.5% beer, whatever Belgian beer is. Should be able to protest anywhere, Lewis. You shouldn't go into a Jewish community if you're a Muslim group saying we hate Jews. You got to go home. You shouldn't go into a Muslim community saying we hate Muslims. You shouldn't do it. At that point, you shouldn't do it. But you should be able to go. They should be able to go into Whitehall, not Whitechapel, but what do you say Whitehall? Did you say Whitehall or Whitechapel? I read Whitechapel. If I'm wrong, I apologize. Did you say Whitehall or Whitechapel? What did you say? I don't remember what you said. In Whitechapel. Yeah, you shouldn't go into Whitechapel. It's a Muslim community, and it would be wrong to do that. And it's causing trouble. It's causing trouble. But you should be able to go march on the State House saying we're not happy and we want to be treated seriously. Does that sound right? Am I being fair? Lewis saw my photo 2 nights ago. She said I was cute. You know what? I like the way she talks and the way she thinks. And maybe I am misogynist for thinking that she sounds too good to be true. And if she is a girl, then she is brilliant. She's brilliant. I think you're cute too, Vantanai. How many nice things have I said about you? I really appreciate you being here. And I appreciate everybody else being here. And she says, 6 badges, she says everyone is cute. Well, maybe she believes that. Maybe she believes that everyone is cute. No, Streaky Bacon, no, we're not going to say that. We're not going to say that. The problem is, it's not that the immigrants are bad people. Some of them are hate-filled, but they're not, that we haven't been asked if it's okay. You should be free, but demonstration is something else, girl from Mars. A demonstration is something else. You're basically holding up things saying go home to people. That's not right. That's not right. And there aren't enough police to defend against that. And the police are pretty useless, basically. So I'm against that. I think we got to be nice. I mean, it's not for me to say, if you don't want to be nice, this is not it's only my country and that my kids are English and I'm here and I am invested in the place. But, well, Janice says if she has a picture on the internet, she must be a girl. Yeah, well, why isn't she saying something right now? True, girl from Mars. Sadly, there are places where even the police don't go anymore. And they don't have the manpower or the will to protect people. That's why that's one of the reasons why they arrest Jews who are protesting at a Muslim demonstration. No. Hit the like, folks. Yes, let's hit the like. Hit the like. Make this stream a success. So, I mean, I find it to be a really, really successful stream. It just doesn't have millions of people watching, but everybody is committed to it. We have nice chats. It's like having 35 or 50 friends, I think. Maybe you're not my friends, but we're in the pub. We walk in and they go, hey, there's Lewis. And I go, hey, 6 badges is here. Vatanai is here. Let the party begin. There's Scott. How's your girlfriend doing? What about Ruben, Andrew Ruben? This is what's great about this stream. It's not a stream. I don't know. I hope not too many people have. This is what my son gave me. He gave me a whatchamacallit? It's called a sausage roll, but I've taken the roll off. You can, but you can't be. Maybe you're right. Maybe you should be able to. Tell us why. Would you want them coming to your neighborhood and saying white people out? You wouldn't. You wouldn't want that to happen. And I've seen the videos of them after 9/11 parading around Jewish areas of London, scaring people. So I don't think that that's the right thing to do. I don't think that's the right thing. I love when Judel steps in. I mean, Judels is brilliant. She's a smart girl. She's very strong. That's why it's always surprising when she says she hates fighting. I mean, I really like it when she steps in. The police are good at arresting white Christians because they offer no resistance. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Thank God they're not shooting it at you guys or me. Yet. I'd enjoy a pint with zero alcohol to anyone in the stream, says Scott. Even Streaky Bacon. I'd get the first drink, Streaky. Yeah, lovely people. And we should all do that. We should all hang out. I will have one glass of red wine, small, white wine, maybe two, and maybe I'll have a soft drink afterwards. Yes, yeah, says Seller, that the Gaza people marched in Golders Green and caused havoc, and the plot facilitated their protests. So I'm with you. I'm against it. And that they let them march every weekend on a Sunday or whatever, Saturday, down by Whitechapel. They let them march, and they weren't even citizens of this country. I think only citizens should be able to march for the government. Only citizens, and only citizens should be allowed to vote in this country. Only citizens. Paul Yoward is here. Arresting potential victims is disgraceful precedent set by police. The so-called Palestinian marches, which were anti-Jewish, should have been stopped. They should have been stopped. And they are marches saying Jews should be genocided. Exactly. It should have been stopped. It should have been stopped. So there's two rules. Is one, if you want a parade, you can have a parade in front of Parliament. If you are a citizen of the country, number one. And number two, you shouldn't promote violence. You missed the point. I'm not talking about an effing march. What do you... oh, yeah, okay, well, that's different. The country should be safe. Like, I am an American. I can't march. I can't walk through certain areas of New York at certain times. I mean, maybe now I can. But I'm with you. Yes, people should be able to, but they shouldn't be marching. If UKIP should not be allowed to march in that community. That's not nice. Do you agree with that? I agree with you. People should have free will to go anywhere they want to go. Don't you buy that, Hazlitt? Instead of what does Hazlitt say? What? I think that might be bad for you, I've heard. That drink. Probably, yeah. It's got too much caffeine in it. There's too much caffeine. All right, don't talk to me. What?
I was eating.
Oh, you were eating? I got to be careful when I talk to the oldest son. He's a good...
It's okay if I initiate the talk, but if you talk to me while you're streaming, it annoys me.
It annoys them. But Girl from Mars, I agree. I agree with people should be allowed to go wherever they want to go in this country. And this was once the safest country in the world, practically. Would you say that that's true?
The country is still one of the safest countries in the world.
Yeah, it is one of the safest countries, but in lots of places...
It still is very safe. It's safer than America. It's safer than,
No, it's safe
than most of Europe.
In most places in America.
I'm not saying that you're not going to get your phone snatched in the centre of London.
And which happened to me. My phone was stolen.
Yeah, but you don't need to do that.
What?
But you're not. Like, the chance of you getting stabbed is like, what? It's just the lowest on record. Like, it's not. The idea that there's been like massive increases in crime and stuff is unfortunate.
Yeah, you know what? I disagree with you, Columbus. I disagree.
I would like there to be, because it would fit nicely with the worldview.
Oh, interesting.
Statistics do not show it.
Isn't my son articulate? He's very articulate, but
not even like police statistics. Like, you can go to NHS, like A&E admittance statistics for like knife wounds and things, and you can see it dropped.
Okay.
Like to the lowest level ever. Kind of stuff.
Is it? Well, can you send that to me? I'd be interested in that. The fact is, people are afraid, and one of the jobs of the government is to make people feel confident. And the people don't feel confident. And so that's a failure. Whether it's true or not, it's a failure. The people don't feel safe. Why don't you buy Hazlitt instead of throwing away pastry? It's a cheap meat similar to the fillings and can be eaten raw. What is Hazlitt? What is Hazlitt? Lewis eats carbs every day of the year. Yes, I do. I do eat carbs. And I used to eat about 50 grams worth of carbs, and now I eat about 150 grams worth of carbs. But it's like you criticizing me, Jules, for drinking, even though you know I'm an alcoholic, and it's bad to be an alcoholic, and I'm trying my best to stop. It's very hard. Like today I had a couple of bowls of fruit because I love Hazlitt, Lewis. Eat Hazlitt. What is Hazlitt? Now I got to look it up. I've got to look up what Hazlitt is. What is Hazlitt? It's a food. What is Hazlitt? It's British pork meatloaf, especially popular. You can't eat that raw. Mixed with breadcrumbs. It's got breadcrumbs in it. Herbs. Comes the old French word for entrails. It's baked and served cold in sandwiches. Kind of like a whatchamacallit, like a Melton Mowbray pie. It looks beautiful, but how much carbs does it have? And I haven't seen one down here. But I will. I'm gonna see how many calories it has and how much carbs it has. Bear with me a second. My net diary. Okay. We're going to go over here. Don't look here. Don't look here. Sign in. Don't look here. Don't look here. Don't look here. Okay, we're going to go here. We're going to go here. We're going to go here, here, here. Ready? Here. We're going to go here. We're going to go here. Hazlitt by Tesco. Let's pick Asda by Morrison's, by Tesco. I guess we'll go Tesco. We'll go 100 grams. Are you looking at this, everybody? I can't see if you're talking to me. 100 grams. It's only 220. That's not good. Let's see what it says. Let's see what it says. Does it say how many carbs it has? Save entry. It doesn't say how many carbs it has. Okay. Okay. There we go. We're looking at this thing. Okay, hold on a second. Okay. Okay, let's go back on track. Forget about it. I'll have to check that out later. Hazlitt has 8 grams of carbs per 100. Oh, Russ is here. My friend Russ Maneve is here. Everybody, big round of applause for Russ Maneve. Russ Maneve calling from New York City. Is New York getting safer? We're talking about London. London, I said to my son and to the people here that it doesn't feel safe anymore, as safe. But it used to be one of the safest countries in the world. And my son says, the producer says, it's it's 13 grams of protein and it's 15 grams of fat is this thing called Hazlitt. But it's only 220 calories. So it's not that much protein. It's not that much protein. It's like a pot roast. Okay, let's get back on track. Okay. It's a safer country. But it may not be safe in the future. Because when people realize that they can't trust their police and they can't trust their government, and the country's being properly invaded with people who don't love you and are fighting, like even Americans, you shouldn't let Americans into the countries. If only Lewis Schaffer would allow super chats, it would be able to beat Cellaire and MC Scott on the leaderboard. You would be able to. Yeah, is that true? I would allow it, but I've been demonetized 6 badges. But I do appreciate the thought. If you'd like to make another contribution, I know you've made contributions in the past, because I think you have, is you can give on Ko-fi, Ko-fi, and you could give on patreon.com, or even, I think PayPal might be the best, really, possibly. It's a very small fee they take out of it. I was demonetized months ago. Very early on, I was demonetized. I guess it was like how I lost my driver's license. I just didn't take it seriously, and then it was too late, and I had to take the test 3 times again. 3 times again. Dan Chubb. Coup d'etat happening. Where is the coup d'etat happening? Where is it happening? In China. Is it happening in China? Oh my God, I could believe that. I could believe it. Yes, I was saying that. People are really polite in open carry counties. Crime in the U.S. is totally concentrated in blue cities. Even if removed, Chicago reduces average big time. Yes, it's true. It's true. It's if you take away the immigrant population to the north of the country, which basically came into Wisconsin and Minnesota in the 1950s, and New York State and Connecticut, you take away those people, the country is a safe country. And the fact is, and it would be safe now. You lost your driver's license because you're a shite driver. You're telling me you don't like fighting, but you're calling me a shite driver. You should never have been given one to start with. Have I ever given you a ride, Joodles? The nerve of you. Is it being suppressed? Well, you could say that Iran is having a revolution and it's being suppressed. Sweden and Denmark are dumping U.S. pension bonds. Yeah. You think it's gonna? No, it's not going to. It's not going to affect. It's not going to affect because the people want to buy American bonds because it's going to go up. It's going to go up. If it takes more than 3 attempts to pass a driving test, driving is not for you. Unfortunately, Joodles, there's a real prejudice against me as an American, as a man, and there was anti-Semitism involved. Okay. The number of gun crimes carried out by whatever per capita is less than European gun crime. And they own millions of guns. Same thing in Canada. You remember that movie about all the guns in Canada? And they said Canadians had way more guns. And this is when Canada was a super safe country. And now it's turning that into. Okay. Trump is kicking ass at Davos, just keeping up with brilliant events is a full-time job. Yes, he's great. And did you see the little clip? Did you see the clip by what's the guy's name who writes the speechwriter of him? Sweden and Denmark called Trump daddy. Yes, and I'm going to tell you something. I think you need quotation marks around daddy. I'm going to tell you something about Sweden. I like Sweden and I love Denmark. And you love those countries. They're good countries. They were good to the Jews. At least Denmark was. So I love them, and I hope we can get along with them. They don't, you know what it is? They can't defend. They cannot defend Greenland, and Europe is not going to defend Greenland. And America needs that. Needs that. And we need Canada too, in a way. Because why should we be defending Canada? You know, if Canada's going to be surly and not nice to us. I can't believe I'm talking like this. Remember, this is a comedy program, and I am supposedly a comedian. I'm supposedly a comedian. Ray, dumping the dollar is pathetic attempt to get at the USA. Yeah, it's pathetic. It's pathetic. You know, it's pathetic. So Sweden, is Britain going to do that? Britain is the second largest holder of U.S. government bonds. The second largest holder. You know, Trump said we can't take people from Denmark or Norway. Only take people from. No, he didn't. He doesn't want people from that other country coming. He doesn't want it. The fact is that Sweden has let in a lot of people who hate the country. A lot of people who hate the country. It was such a nice country. Salaire, it's hard to suppress X these days. What are we talking about? What did I miss here? Andrew Rubin says Columbine statistics can and are the movie Columbine manipulated. He said basically that Canadians have more guns than Americans do per capita. And he said, and the crime rate is lower than America. It's not guns that kill people. It's bad people that kill other people. And everyone needs to have guns. Well, it's been emotional, lads. I love you, Six. I love you. Okay. You don't have to say goodbye. You can just, I'll see you later. I'll see you later. I'll see you later. Okay. Anyway, it's time for us to go. Let's guess. Everybody, let's guess. Russ, if you're in the background there, let's guess how many people have been watching the show. The highest number of what is it called? Let's go here. Okay. The highest number of people watching. Keeping in mind, what is the highest number of people that are when watching this stream? We started off low and we've gone up, 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 up. I don't know what that is. Maybe even upper. Maybe even upper. Basically, I drove full length of Scandinavian in 2007 down to Tallhattan to take my Saab back to where it was made, says Paul. Nice, brilliant. 32 trillion, 666. Okay, you're not going to, you can't win it unless you, 6 badges says 29. I hitchhiked across, no, I didn't hitchhike. I rode a bicycle up from Copenhagen up to Gothenburg. John Van Dam, good to see you, says 32. Starmer is supposed to be on a trip to China next week, meeting with Xi. Can't see that happening now. Is that true? Is it a rebellion? Is it a rebellion? Let's see. China rebellion. Well, is this happening now? The Taiping rebellion. Okay, let's see what's happening now. Boxer rebellion. Protests, Gen Z protests. Does it say there's a rebellion? I don't know. It's hard to believe these people. Rebellion maybe is too strong a word. Revolution. Renewable energy. Coup against Xi. Challenging. It doesn't say anything about this. They're saying it's this is 2020. There's been talk about this for a long time. Send the article in. Holly, I knew Holly. She came from Miami, FLA. Yeah, she hitchhiked her way across the USA. That's true. I did too. I hitchhiked from Matamoros, Mexico, which is Brownsville. I hitchhiked from Brownsville, crossed the bridge and hitchhiked all the way to New York when I was, I don't know how old I was, 20. Plucked her eyebrows on the way. Yeah, you could do that back in the day. Shaved her legs, and he was a she. Boom. There are riots and rebellions all the time, and they are never reported. That's true. So what's being reported now? Anyway, Paul Yoward says 31. John Van Dam says 32. Okay, well, I want to thank you guys for being a part of this stream. I want to thank you. It was a pretty good stream. Darklands was here. Don Aylesbury, good to see you, Don. I didn't say hello to you, but Kermit was here. Maltese Phil, Lilith, John Van Dam, thank you. At 20 is Paul Yoward. Dan Chubb was here at 18. Sandeep, so it's so good to see you. Russ Maneve was here at 16. Fresh Coconut. Talipa was here. Another beauty. Two beauties in a row. Talipa and Carrie B. Beautiful, beautiful Carrie B. You, Janice. Janet, third beauty in this short thing here. Shortell was here. Julian was here. Streaky Bacon. Joodles. MC Scott, 6 badges. Great. It's been an okay stream considering I was so tired. Vatanai was here. Celaire was here. And number 1 again is Andrew Rubin. So we're doing really well. This stream is a success. I'm going to thank you. If I haven't mentioned your name, of course, come in. Come in and say whatever you need to say. Whatever you need to say. Thank you very much. Thanks for everything. Thank you, 6 badges. Let's share a Ko-fi sometime. Yes. Yes. Are you going to be? Are you guys? Has everybody bought tickets to the show? Because I am actually thinking about the comedy that I'm going to say, and it could be brilliant. It could be. Some of it's might have stuff you've heard, or it might not be. It's a military coup, says Dan Chubb. Let's see what it says about a military coup. Is there a coup going on in China? Producer? I mean, the fact is people are waiting for it to happen.
There probably is not a coup going on.
It's a PLA purge, it could be.
Yeah, but those happen every other month.
Yeah.
And he's been reorganizing the army though.
He's been reorganizing the army. Well, that can happen.
Doing that for ages.
Yeah. He doesn't trust them. Yeovil will rise up and ask Trump for help. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know. Am I saying anything I should not be saying on this, being a foreigner in this country? Not about me being arrested, but is it wrong for me to be talking like this? I mean, that's the question that I have for all you people. Have I not thanked everybody that I should have thanked? 6 badges. I think I thanked you. Streaky Bacon. Yeah, Jews do bad things, but regular white people do bad things too. So you can't say Jews are responsible for mass immigration into the country. Basically, you can't do that. Yeah, Trump does bad things, but he's a great leader. And how many people, if he goes into Iran, how many lives is he going to save? How many lives? Well, you want 100,000 killed? Because they will kill 100,000. You might be a foreign origin, but you fit in? Yeah, maybe. Thank you very much, Watanabe. I mean, I love this country, and I think this country is a really good country. It's not as great as America, but it's good. 25 years is a long time to be a foreigner. And it's still 25 years, seems to have been 25 years for 3 years now. I've been a foreigner. I've been in this country since July 27th, 2000. So this year will be, on July 27th, I will have been 26 full years. Right? Yeah, 26 full years. Okay, everybody, goodbye. I love you. Thank you for coming in. Thank you, Joodles, too. Thank you for coming in. I give you my love. I'll see you tomorrow at 5 p.m. Okay? I'll see you tomorrow at 5. The winner is third. Wait, let me just make sure. I know exactly what this is, what the number is. The winner is hold on. The winner is 30. So who won for 30? Who won for 30? Did any of you say 30? I don't think you said 30. Oh yes, Streaky Bacon said 30. Okay. And the winner is Streaky Bacon. A round of applause for Streaky Bacon for 30. 6 badges says 29, so that's quite close. Anyway, so there you go, Streaky Bacon. I'll see you tomorrow. We can't do a show tonight. It'll kill me. It will actually give me a stroke. So we're not going to do a stroke tonight. We're not going to do that. Well, we will see you. We'll see you tomorrow. I love you. I love you. I love you.